In early February, the news of Rebecca Sekedika's death sent shockwaves across Rivers State and beyond. Described as a girl with both beauty and brain, Rebecca had just graduated with a first class from the Benson Idahoso University, Edo State, and was set to embark on a journey to further her studies abroad. Tragically, her dreams were cut short while undergoing a routine hysteroscopy diagnosis at Paragon Clinics and Images in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. The clinic, which holds a retainer agreement with a company where Rebecca's father works, now finds itself at the center of the controversy. We reached out to Mr. Samson Sekedika, Rebecca's father, for his account of the events leading up to her death.
What happened on that fateful day was, after a series of clinical visits to Paragon and Imaging because of a delayed period, she complained she hadn't seen for like 3 months. She did several tests which came out to be negative, including pregnancy tests. So she was to travel on the night. She started arranging herself and all that to the UK to further education. So she was now called that same week, just before the 2nd, that her death occurred. She said the doctor asked her to come between 12 and 1. So the mom said she was going to accompany her. Since it is something that involves you just getting the check and you come out, then we'll go and do other things. So the mom decided to follow her. 1 o'clock, the doctor was not there. I said, let me get 1 or 2 things out of the way. Then I'm coming back. So I waited. By 4:10 or so, when I called my wife, she said, the doctor has come, that they are preparing. And the next thing, by 4:30, she just finished her last online class, folded her laptop and gave it to the mother to put in her bag and put on the lab coat also, what they gave to her to wear. So I said, why theater? They said that's where they have the monitor to check what they are doing, because normally when you're carrying out that procedure, you'll be seeing it on the monitor. The next thing, my wife came that she's hearing some shout in the theater. Say, Rebecca, wake up, wake up, wake up. Rebecca, wake up. They were just, then she saw them. So we now got up and said, what's going on? Till 5:30 to 6, they were not out. They did not even allow us to go close to the theater. Next thing I saw was, somebody rolling. This was around after his oxygen bottle. They brought the first one. Apparently there was nothing in it. They came, saw somebody, a doctor. He said, Samson, can we see you? I said, sure. They now took me to the room before the theater. And all they said was that, sorry, we did everything we could. We lost her. The girl that was normal, healthy, hale and hearty, we joked that morning, that afternoon. She was jumping all over the playful, very jovial. He said, you lost. I don't understand. It was like somebody should wake me up from this bad dream. So when I went in the theater, there they opened the theater door and I went and I saw my daughter in a pool of blood everywhere.
Our attempt to get a statement from Paragon Clinics and Images is unsuccessful as we are denied access. Instead, we are directed to the River State chapter of the Nigerian Medical Association. The NMA, however, expresses sympathy for the Sekedika family, saying that the incident was due to a therapy procedure gone awry and should not be a murder incident.
The dynamism makes it that things happen in course of treatment. For me, as an individual, as a doctor, every medical procedure, as it were, is to make a patient well or make a patient feel better. But a diagnostic hysteroscopy, as it were, quote and unquote, is not a life-threatening procedure, as it were. It's not a life-threatening procedure. But the question now is, was it just diagnostic hysteroscopy that was done?
To shed light on the ongoing investigation, we speak to the River State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu. He explains to us that samples were taken from Rebecca's body before her burial 2 weeks ago for an autopsy and toxicology tests.
Yes, we have done everything necessary. We had 3 points we had to clear, which has to do with the qualification of the doctors who perform the procedure, their qualification, and then most importantly the autopsy of the lady and toxicology. The autopsy has been done. The two parties were well represented. Specimens were taken for examination, but as of this moment we are still awaiting the result of the autopsy and the result of the toxicology. The certificates of everybody involved have been sent to their different authorities for confirmation.
Despite Rebecca's burial, her family's counsel remains steadfast in their pursuit of justice, alleging negligence on the part of Paragon Clinics and Images.
We are also going ahead with the petitions we had written, not just to the Nigerian Medical Association of Nigerian Medical Association, the Port Harcourt chapter, but also to the Medical and Dental Council in Abuja. We also wrote a petition to the Commission of Health in Rivers State here. From the information we've gathered so far, the Commission of Health here in Rivers State has already put together a panel to investigate the matter and then come up with a report.
The death of this 24-year-old Sekedika Rebecca is quite unfortunate, and the pain is quite real because I saw for myself the devastating state her parents were when I arrived there. However, no one can do anything at this point until the police is done with their investigations and the autopsy and toxicology reports are out for us to really know what played out at Paragon Clinic on the 2nd of February when a young lady walked into a hospital for a diagnostic process that isn't life-threatening and ended up coming out as a corpse. From Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, Deborah Balama, Channels Television News.